Right, David, we caught up with Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador to the UN, at an exhibition at the UN that shows the damage of arson attacks by Palestinians in the vicinity of the Gaza Strip in Israel's south. And I asked him about the sanctions. Well, Israel's stance on this is pretty clear. Prime Minister Netanyahu, he praised Donald Trump, the president, for reimposing them. But I asked Danon, what does he think about the European Union stance, and what has been the debate like about this issue at the United Nations? Let's take a listen.
We absolutely support reimposing the sanctions. We can see that today you have demonstrations in Iran, because wherever you see terrorism, you will find Iranian money. So we believe those sanctions will bring stability to the Middle East. And here at the UN, people are waiting. They're waiting to see what will happen. Many of the Europeans are debating themselves. Maybe they can find loopholes to sell to Iran or to import energy from Iran. I think in November, when you will see another set of sanctions, that will be the real issue to be discussed. And we are sure that at the end, those countries, mainly the Europeans, will have to continue and sanction Iran. They have to choose whether they want to work with the United States or with Iran. I believe they will choose the United States.
So interesting to hear him refer to the United Nations. Is there a chance that Rouhani will come to the General Assembly, I believe in September,
right,
the United Nations, and that perhaps he and Donald Trump will meet on the sidelines?
It's a good question, and there have been some reports already, some rumors also suggesting that this might even be in the works behind the scenes. Danny Danon, Israel's ambassador, he told us that things of this kind have happened in the past. Countries with no diplomatic ties have used this General Assembly as a platform to interact on the sidelines, but he is pretty doubtful when I asked him about that. And also, judging by the rhetoric between the two leaders, well, we cannot really tell, but Iranian President Rouhani, he recently, over the last day or so, he gave an interview and he said that Iran will not talk to the United States under sanctions. To be precise, he said if somebody stabs his enemy with a knife and says he wants to hold talks, well, he would rather first pull out the knife.
Well, of course, we did see Kim Jong-un and President Trump meeting, and there was a lot of bad rhetoric there. So who knows? We'll have to see what happens in September.